Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and in this video I will teach you how to build a modern barn door, and I can help you save at least half the price of what it would cost if you would purchase a brand new barn door. I will teach you step by step and how to build it, and I will tell you where you can go and get your supplies and what supplies you will need. Stay tuned. Now, right here is a screenshot of my Amazon account. This particular kit was almost $50. This is a 6 feet uh, barn door hardware kit. Make sure that you purchase the right size depending on your door. You need to make sure that whatever size door that you purchase, that you have enough, the same amount of clearance, wall clearance for the door. Okay, this is important. Uh, it's very important that you have a frame around your door before you install a barn door. If you don't have a frame around your door, that barn door is not going to sit correctly. It's going to kind of, the bottom from the weight of the door is going to lean in towards your wall. So it won't be straight. So every time you open the door, the bottom of the door will dig into the wall and damage the wall. So if you don't have a frame around your door, I would not install a barn door until you get a frame around that particular door that you want to do the install. I've seen people who remove the barn, or excuse me, remove the frame and put up a barn door, and a lot of times they do not do good. It damages. Eventually, it will damage the wall. So if you want to make sure it's straight and it's neat, and it's going to last for a long time, it's very important to make sure you have a frame around the door. Okay, I found 3 different guides on Amazon, floor guides. This is one that you can install if you like for your door. I wouldn't advise you to use that one. I feel like it's not wide enough for the bottom of the door, and we'll be extending the bottom of the door. So I don't think it's really a good idea to go with that one. That's just my advice. I don't think it would fit. And then you have this one. This does come with a kit that I showed you earlier in the video. And you can use it this way. It'll be much easier if you use it like the bottom part of this picture. It'll help where the door glides in between it. If you have the tools to do it the way the top of the picture is, that is your choice. If that's the way you would like to do it. Now, this next picture is what I purchased. I purchased this with the wheel because it's a lot more. It gives you a lot more adjustments with this particular one. It can adjust in 8 different ways, depending on how large that door or how wide that door is. So this worked for me. Now, if you want to use it this way, it'll be a lot easier. It can save you money because this one comes with that particular kit. Mostly every barn door kit you buy comes with everything you'll pretty much need. Everything but the door. Okay, when you're buying the kit. So be careful when you're buying the kits out there, because sometimes they'll show an illustration of a barn door and some people think they order it thinking that the door comes with it. Make sure you read everything clearly before you purchase uh, a barn door kit. Okay, another supply that you will also need is a barn door handle, which you can purchase on Amazon. This is a 12-inch handle. It's a long, sturdy, well-made handle. I love the handle. And you can purchase this at Amazon. You're going to need that. You also going to need poplar plywood. Uh, it's thin. It's about, I believe, a fourth thick. It's very thin. This is what you'll use to help extend the bottom of the door. So don't forget that the whole point of this video is to save money and cut corners. And so in order to, some people don't take in consideration that when they buy an interior door, most interior doors are 80 inches in height. So most of your doors in your house are the same as the door that we're using for this project, which is an interior door. So you it the reason we're adding the poplar to the bottom of the door is to make up or to cover up the gap that is going to be created once we hang this door. So that's one of the things I didn't really take in consideration when I first decided to use an interior door and go out to Home Depot and purchase one. And when I got the door, I put all the hardware on the door. I put up the track, the metal track. Everything was, I had put everything up, everything was ready to go, and all I had to do was hang the door. But the thing that happened that I didn't even think about and didn't realize is that when I picked up the door to hang the door on the track, I had to raise it up and hang on the track. Once I hanged it on the track, I looked at the bottom of the door and it had this gap at the bottom of the door, at least 2 to 3 inches long. So I decided to look on YouTube and get some ideas and figure out exactly what I could do. I seen one video of someone who used the interior door and they added, a bottom of the door. But what they was doing was way more harder than what I came up with. And I didn't want to go through that much trouble to extend the gap at the bottom of this door. So I just kind of just thought about it, and I came up with that idea of by just going to Home Depot, and I came up with something that would help give the door a nice finished look. And so poplar pretty much was the idea that I thought would work, and it did. You need to also purchase a piece of wood. As you see in this picture, this wood is 6 feet long, 6 inches wide, and 1 inch thick. So this is a 1 by 6 by 6. You can purchase a 1 by 4. This is the wood that's going to go over your door, and this will line up with the frame. That's why it's very important that you have a frame. And this wood, you have to eventually will paint it. But what you want to make sure is, it's kind of a mistake that I kind of made. It wasn't a real big mistake. It was very small, but when you add this piece of wood over the door, make sure that you not necessarily let the end of this wood line up with the end of the top of the frame. Kind of move it and let it be a little overhang. It could be a half an inch or 3/8 of an inch or whatever you think that would look right on your door or look okay on your door, but you really need to let it be just a little overhang. So let it come out a little bit further than where your door, the top of your door frame ends. Because if you do that, then that helps a lot with when you close the door. Because once you put the rod up or the metal track up, and you hang your door, you want to make sure that when you close your door, you open your door and you extend it all the way, you have enough clearance or wall clearance to open the door completely open, you know? But when you close it, you want to make sure that when you close it, that there is no gap in the door, that the door closes all the way. So if you don't give it that little overhang, it when it closes, it won't close all the way, and it won't close up the where you can't see the door frame, or it won't close all the way because of the gap. So you got stoppers at the end of these rods, and you need to set and adjust these stoppers so the door doesn't fly off the rod. So it's very important to do that. Just to let it overhang just a little bit. Let it come out just a little bit. That way your door closes perfectly. That once you close it, you know, no one can kind of peek through the door, look through the door. It closes completely. So that's another very important point. So here's some pictures of the door, and you see in these pictures where I cut poplar, all this wood all over the bottom of the door. So I measured how long I needed. I forgot the measurements, but I started from the bottom of the little panel in the middle of the door, from the bottom, and took it all the way down uh, towards the bottom of the door, and left just a little gap like most doors. And I framed the whole door, the inside, cut pieces out of the wood for the inside, the outside, uh, all over the door, just to frame it completely in. And so at the bottom of the door, I noticed when I used the brads and, you know, once I, placed all the brads all over the door from all the wood that I had added to the door, I noticed at the bottom of the door wanted to protrude, because I realized it was doing that because there was no bottom of the door, So basically, what I did was I took a 1x2 piece of wood and I stuck it at the bottom of the door to give the door a complete bottom. The part of the bottom of the door that you can't see, that's facing towards the floor. I took a 1x2 because a 1x2 can fit in the bottom of the door. If any of you have another creative idea that may work for you, go ahead and try it. If it works for you. But I tried a 1x2, cut it the length of the bottom of the door, from left to right, and I stuck it up in the bottom of the door and braided each end. So basically what I did was I pushed it up inside the door till you couldn't see it, to give the door a bottom. And then I shot brads in the inside of the door and the outside of the door. Basically the smallest part of the door. And once I did that, that holds the bottom of the door inside the door, and it allowed the bottom of the door, instead of protruding like it was at first, it helped bring the bottom of the door in, where the bottom of the door was straight and uniform with the whole door. And then I was able to slide the door back and forth through the track, or the roller floor guide that I have, that I told you earlier in the video that I purchased. It worked. I was able to slide it back and forth with not a problem. Here are some more pictures. I hope this video can help you if you're trying to build your own uh, barn door. And I hope I did the best I could to help you in any way I can uh, to find an affordable way to, build your own door. So thanks guys for watching. Have a good day.